Hello, my name is Dawn Robinson, and I'll be walking you through my Master's in Mathematics Education portfolio here on Weebly. By now, you have clicked on this icon over here to watch my screencast-o-matic video introduction of my website here. My instructional philosophy is a whole child approach. I use several techniques to teach all the students because they come to us from different backgrounds, different lifestyles, and different skill and ability levels. I use a lot of Kagan structures to keep the students engaged. I use GLAD strategies for language acquisition, and it works for math too, especially the songs and chants. I do believe in multiple intelligences, so I try to approach my topics and concepts several different ways. I use CHAMPS to really get the classroom procedures and expectations down pat. We use Stop and Think to teach those social skills that are so very important. And I do take a hands-on constructivist approach. I have started using the NIMSY model, the scaffolding, to make sure students get that exposure to the rich, complex math problems and text at all ability levels. So I do have to say I am very proud of these next statistics I'm about to show you. A few years ago, before I started this program, I had about 35% of students meeting the target growth rate according to NWEA's measures of academic progress. And with my principal's permission this past year, after about a year into the program, I said, you know, the pacing guide's a little too fast. Can I pull out the key concepts and teach what I know that they need by the end of the year? And I have to say I am very proud of the fact that almost 80% of my students met their individual target growth rates, and those that did not only missed it by 3 or 4 points. So I was very happy to report that. Human development, child development, this has really helped me, and I have to say I love Prezi. Here we go. This is my Prezi on child and human development. However, if you want to, you can go on the lower right hand corner and click on autoplay. You know, set it for 10 or 20 seconds. I'm just going to set it to 4 seconds real quick, so that you can just get an idea of what I've done and then look at it at your leisure. But I do have to say my best indicator of child development has been raising my own 2 children. Claire's now 11, going into middle school, and Penelope is going into 2nd grade. Very proud of my 2 little girls. Do you have a faith? Already 6 feet under the sun. You just gotta ignite the light. And that's my child development. I do a lot of differentiation in the classroom. I use technology a lot to have the differentiation. I do have math centers, math games, and as you can see, things like this tic-tac-toe grid to make sure students are always actively engaged. If students have some skill gaps, I like to use Moby Math and some kindergarten and 1st grade math centers that I've created for the number sense if they don't have that, and sometimes they don't. And then I have to say, on level, I have enrichment, lots and lots of enrichment activities for them. And then if they are working above grade level, we are very lucky. We have a program called ALEX that is completely aligned to our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade math expressions program. And I do use thinkcentral.com, which is Math Expressions website. I usually use the MegaMath tools. I use the MAP Lexile alignment, and I look at the Descartes continuum of learning. And then based on where their independent working level is, I assign the different modules to them. About once each quarter, I take a peek at that and adjust it as needed. So I really try to tie in a lot of connections between math in the classroom and math in real life, and you know, a lot of the math games and some projects we have really go towards that. Content, knowledge, and instruction. Here we have the continuum of math learning. I'm addressing each standard, and I just wanted to point out here at Mathematical Problem Solving, this is problem solving framework not just for math, but for any situation that students have. What do I need to solve? I could do this, or I could do that. If I do this, this may happen. If I do that, this may happen. I'll try this. Do it. Did it work? Yay, good job. If it didn't, let's try this one. Try again. Reasoning and proof, math communication, mathematical connections, representation, technology, positive disposition. Love math. My mathematic instructional pedagogy is a whole child approach, like I said, and I just have to point this out. I really do believe concrete. You move it from working with manipulatives to the representational written form, and then to the abstract mental. It is a bit of a constructivist approach, but it really has the kids moving forward and understanding their number and operations, their algebra, their geometry, data analysis, statistics, and probability and measurement. I just have to say, in second grade, it's always start at 0. I've had some funny stories over the years about kids and measuring. But I've been teaching now for about, I'm going on to my 8th year, 9th if you count my internship year. And if you click on the buttons below, there are file links to lesson plans, presentations I've given, and student samples of work on any one of these standards, and they should work. I have checked them out. I hope you enjoy them. Next, we are moving on to assessment. We are a data-driven district. We are constantly looking at our data to see how we can improve our instruction. We do it as individually as teachers with our program assessments, our benchmarks, our AIMSweb, our MAP data, and we do make a lot of connections between literacy, social studies, art, math, and science to make sure that students get all those connections and see how learning isn't just, okay, we're only learning math right now, we're only learning language arts, but they're going to see how literature and literacy really can help you in math, and math can help you understand some concepts in other areas of your life. So I'm constantly assessing and adjusting my instruction based on student need. And one thing that really helps us is our district came up with this streamlined draft. It's broken down by standards. So I'm able to go through and look and see where I might be weak in instruction, and then I can shore that up or go back and reteach. Or if I just have 4 students that need to be retaught a concept, I can pull them aside during workshop. We really have been using the RTI squared, response to instruction and intervention. We started out with language arts. Last year we did behavior, and this year we're going to be starting math interventions. So that will be very interesting to see. Next, creating a learning community with classroom management. A lot of modeling is done in our classroom. Dr. Archer's I do, we do, you do of modeling is prominent in my classroom. We use a lot of Dr. Kagan's structures to keep the engagement and cooperation going. Some GLAD strategies to get students involved and working in project-based knowledge and learning. So I think if students know what's expected of them, there's no surprises, and you're consistent in your delivery, they will do very well. Positive, specific praise is very good. And I use the CHAMPS classroom management plan. I have a stop and think book of social skills, and again the RTI squared. I have homeschool connections with family collaboration all year long. Parents are very welcome in my classroom. Anybody's welcome to walk into my classroom at any time. I do warn them, though. I will put them to work. Those kiddos need that extra reading time or flashcard time with some parents who will look to them. I usually include our math and language arts information, what's going on, different websites that they can look at to see where their students at and what they can do to help. Professionalism, professional collaboration and growth. I have gone through a lot of training, and every training I've gone to, I've been able to take something away from that training and bring it back to my students for me to become a more effective teacher. Prometheum, I'm a train the trainer. I've been tutoring people on how to use the Prometheum board and the Active Inspire software that goes along with it, along with some of the hardware. I'm more software oriented than hardware. Egg in the Classroom, Kagan. There's just a lot of things out there that I've been very lucky to work in the district that I do to be able to work here. Another thing is mentoring project. I had a really neat opportunity to mentor another teacher, and what a great experience that was. Technology in the classroom. I cannot say how much I love technology in my classroom. I did not realize how much I use it. It is just such a fabulous tool. There is software, there are websites, there is hardware. I have 3 student computers in my classroom. They are constantly in use. Whenever I am not doing whole group instruction, there are students on that computer. Some websites I frequently use are Learn360, Enchanted Learning, NWEA. I use the Descartes a lot, and I like to pull those instructional reports from MAP, YouTube TeacherTube, Extra Normal, MobyMax, BrainPop. For math, I tend to use a lot of the Think Central. Language Arts, Imagine It, Read Naturally for students who need a little bit of extra practice, Starfall for those who are working well below grade level in 2nd grade. Science, lots of really nice science websites. I love science. Social Studies, I have to say for science and social studies, kids.gov is a great resource. And Google Earth, I use Google Earth not just for social studies, but to pull in anything that involves distances or location to show great examples. And I use technology every day. I'm using it right now. It's just very interactive, and students are completely engaged when you use technology correctly in the classroom. You can keep them moving forward. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.